Good morning. It is just after 11:30 UTC on, what is it, Tuesday the 12th? No, the 10th of December. All right, going through Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, long shorts are still coming in hot. Long short ratio is up at about 58%. We've had a little bit of downside pressure in the last couple of hours since Bitcoin did a big bounce. So still looks pretty kind of decent. Obviously, we want to see some lower long short ratios, with more short stepping in for some upside pressure effectively. Funding rates, 0.01, so still slightly bearish across the board. BitMEX being an outlier at 0.0152. But a very big cool off from what we've been seeing earlier in the week and from 2 weeks ago at 0.06 and 0.08, really crazy high levels. The big thing to consider here also is the liquidations. That secondary move down that we saw yesterday, yeah, there's a little bit of liquidity underneath it, but realistically, it's a dead zone from 94K all the way down to 90K. So any new lows from what we're doing now, we should see continuation grind down because there's no liquidity there. But realistically, the liquidity to the upside is closer and more attractive for some type of bounce since we've cleared out basically everything to the downside until we go back down to 90K and below that. So with that being said, looking at the chart for the general plan in this zone, weekend structure, currently resistance from 100K to 101.2, which is the weekly open. This is also an untested level. There's still significant demand in place at 95K. This was the move we talked about yesterday, breaking down with that retest on the New York Open. And then the traditional 10 a.m. sell stepped in and TradFi and Bitcoin and everything nuked off a cliff. Made some new lows in the local stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, nothing like what we saw last Thursday. So we're seeing the step off move right now play out. We'll see how that grinds. The weaker this move to the upside is, the more telling it will be is if there's demand to hold us back to the upside to regain stuff. Effectively, 95K is the level to hold. Loss of 95K, and we're talking 90K and lower. It just might take a little bit of time to get there, especially with people stepping in, getting a little bit more long. If we do start breaking to the upside and regaining 98.9, which is the key level, we want to then start targeting some retests and some highs. With this stuff being untested, there is the potential that we get a test and then a failure again. So watch for this kind of like sharp correction if we get some regains that go higher. But realistically, the local price action is a little sketchy just because we've done the 95K test. We've got resistance at 100K and all the way up at the weekly open, which is untested. And now here we are at the middle, which is 97.2. So watch this middle level, 97.2K, especially on daily closes. So the daily close today needs to be above this level, or we start talking about daily failure of structure to potentially go lower. So that's it. Take it easy and play the levels. Don't get wrecked. Peace.